Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, fam. So, what we got here is something I think you would find quite interesting. So, this is my recipe for barbecue chicken. I have a lot, by the way, so this is not the only one. So if you notice here, I have carrots, organic carrots, and these are Guajillo chiles. So, what you do, if you want to start learning how to make good barbecue, is, okay, so the measurements I'm going to tell you, you put less than 1/4 of a cup, okay? I can eyeball it now. If this is your first time making a barbecue sauce dish, I'd recommend going by these measurements, right? So in this recipe, you add the chicken thigh meat. I added chicken thigh meat, the dark meat, sliced carrots, Salt Lake City salt. You can use sea salt if you want, or any salt in particular. And then I put in 1/4 cup of organic non-high fructose corn syrup, non-GMO ketchup. You can use tomato paste if you want, but sometimes you want the ketchup. And so you don't want to use Heinz. Do not use Heinz. You want a really good, like Amy's Organic tomato sauce, like ketchup, because that's what you want, basically. And then you're going to put like less than 1/4 of a cup of organic yellow mustard. Then you're going to put in 1/4 a cup organic black strap non-GMO molasses, okay? And you put those ingredients in, right? You may be thinking, what does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? But actually, that's one of the basic stocks of barbecue sauce. Then you're going to fill up the water up here, okay? Then you put in your Guajillo chiles, right? Then you kind of get your spoon, you swish it around to kind of make the molasses stir in, okay? You then put the lid on, turn your oven to 375 degrees, and you want to cook it at that temperature for at least 2 hours, okay? And then, voila, you have your barbecue. Now, if you want a thick sauce, instead of a looser sauce like what I did with this one, feel free to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or 2 tablespoons of flour. So there's lots of different recipes for barbecue sauce, and you can get it as spicy as you want. Guajillos are not really spicy. They just kind of add some depth. But the carrots add a kind of a sweetness to it, right? So this is a very unique style for barbecue sauce, and there are endless like combinations for barbecue sauce. Okay, you can have a more watery sauce like this, or you can have a very thick sticky sauce, which I've done in the past. That just means you add flour, right? So hopefully you can go ahead and try this. It's really good. If you want, you can add garlic, okay? You can add some onions in there, but just remember, you don't want to overburden the sauce, okay? You don't want to overburden your recipes. You don't want to do too much when you haven't learned the basics of barbecue sauce making. And with barbecue sauce, it's typically American because it's usually sweet and spicy, or just sweet, right? So there's lots of variations you can do. So alhamdulillah, hopefully you can try some recipe.